South Haven Harbor is a beautiful recreational port on Lake Michigan, but it wasn't always this way. South Haven's port was historically an industrial port, a busy, dusty, noisy, smoky place. Piles of pig iron, coal, cement, and paper pulp were unloaded from rusty freighters 24 hours a day. Trains chugged through the neighborhoods hauling heavy loads to the foundry furnaces and out to Kalamazoo. South Haven was an industrial boomtown, casting intake manifolds and pistons. Raw materials were carried in on ships from around the world. Downtown South Haven was notorious as a gathering place for dock workers, sailors, and foundrymen who spent their pay in the saloons and pool halls. In the 1980s and 90s, changes in manufacturing began to affect the biggest employers in South Haven. The foundry smoke from National Motors that used to roll over Southside neighborhoods disappeared. The crowds of men at the Bonn aluminum plant who poured molten aluminum into piston molds stopped coming downtown for a quick meal and a beer on their lunch hour. The old foundry building started falling apart. The parking lots were empty. Families started moving out of town. The port was no longer used by the big freighters. What is a town supposed to do when it loses a number of jobs equal to 10% of its population? The city of South Haven's answer has been to buy waterfront property, clean up the old factories, and create a beautiful harbor. The city and the Department of Environmental Quality demolished and cleaned up the old industrial ruins. The city built parks and marinas with assistance from the Department of Natural Resources and the Waterways Commission. Our latest improvement to the harbor is a new marina building at the Northside Marina. The building includes public restrooms, showers, a marina lounge, and an office area. It has an amazing view of the harbor. In a generation, we transformed South Haven from an industrial port into a premier recreational harbor. In 1937, South Haven became an international port of entry, and that year it became the busiest port to foreign shipping on the Great Lakes. In 2011, Yachting magazine listed the 50 best yachting towns in the world and asked readers to vote on their favorites. South Haven came in number 3 in that poll. We have 1,000 boat docks in a town of 5,000 people. When you come to visit, you will find down-to-earth people. We still have industry. We love to build things. We fabricate fire trucks and farming equipment. We process pharmaceuticals and mold plastics. Stop by South Haven and enjoy the downtown, beaches, neighborhoods, waterfront, and marinas, all within easy walking distance from Lake Michigan. When you walk across the waterfront, remember the freighters, the trains, the dock workers, the foundries, the warehouses, and everything we used to be. If people that visit South Haven today knew what we used to be, they would be amazed at the transformation of South Haven Harbor. Thank you.